Hello, so this is Get Your Guide tour from Belfast. I'm just about to share my experience. How was my experience? The cost of the tour was £30 per person, and it was a bus that took us to the most important attraction, Giant Causeway. These were the points that were included in our tour. Carrickfergus Castle was not included, as on that particular day there was half marathon, and they had to change the road, and this castle was skipped. So this tour was 9.5 hours, and we started nearly 8:30 a.m. in the morning, and by 6 we were back to Belfast city, and there were 2 3 points, the drop points, and there was no issue. The main point was Europa bus center, and 2 3 other bus, and second was bus stop, Belfast bus stop. So from there you can take any other bus or something, but there were 2 3 drop points available, but the pickup point was only one, which is mentioned there in this application. So a few of the points here are just, the photo points, which is mentioned there. So they don't actually take you to that point, but they allow you to view it from a very far distance, and it's not very much useful. The photos also don't come that clear from the photo point. And Ballantoy here is just they should not include it here, because it's not nothing to see there, just a restaurant where you just are given like half an hour to have your lunch and then get back to the bus. So it shouldn't be a part of this point, this tour, because it is just for adding one more point, which is not useful for us. Um, okay so the first place that they basically took us was, so many of the just to mention, many of the GOT points were there. So first point that they took us was Carlo. Here one of the scene of GOT was shoot, but we basically were not able to find where that the shot was, as mentioned in the picture. We were not able to find it, but it was just like 15 20 minutes stop, so you can see. So the bus takes you via Antrim Coast. That is the fifth most beautiful road to travel in the world, and it was really beautiful. So they don't stop anywhere here. You just can view this coast from the bus via journey, via one side travel. Second time when they come back, the road is different, so it's just one time you will be able to see this Antrim coast, and it's really beautiful. As people say, it is worth taking a road trip here on this coast once in a lifetime. Second one was this Cushendon caves. It is also famous for GOT shoot. I'm not sure which one. Maybe when the Red Queen or Red Keep had come to deliver the baby. At that time, this place was used for shooting. So you can just Google it, and you can learn more about in detail. So this place also, they give us like 30 40 minutes to look at this place. And to be frank, nothing much was here to look. It was, just after the GOT shoot, this place had made famous. Otherwise there's nothing much to be seen here. The major attraction of this tour was the Giant Causeway, but in between, whatever viewpoints were there, the bus had taken you there. So yeah, just have a look at the beautiful scenery that I had captured. So this was the last goat that was kind of uh, murdered because of some disease that had spread there. This is my most important attraction of the tour, Giant Causeway. So our bus tour only insisted us not to take the visitor tickets there, because visitor center tickets, because it's not worth it. They are just uh, um, taking that £15 to let you enter into the visitor center and to the cafe and to use their washrooms and everything. So if you want to know anything, you can just Google out about the Giant Causeway, and the information is much more there. And nothing else is required that you specifically want to see there in the visitor center. Also, just remember that to travel from the drop off point of your bus to this giant causeway, English Heritage or the National Trust, one of these has introduced bus services. So they take you from the drop off to this giant causeway, and then back services also there, which is like £1 or 1.3 euros per person. So if you're not able to walk to this point, you can take the bus as well. Private vehicles to this point are not allowed. So this was the next point with Dunluce Castle. It was shown to us from a very far distance. This point was not included to be actually present there and then take the photos. It was just, pass by and just take the photos whatever you can. So yeah, this was it. And since our first point, which was a castle, they were not able to take us, so to compensate they took us to this old mills distillery of Belfast, which is one of the oldest in the world. And it was just a compensation and the last point. So if you want to buy Belfast whiskey or rums or anything, you can buy from here. But this is not a actual part of the tour. It was just in compensation, as they were not able to take us to the first point. So if don't be very much sure that you will be able to make this as a point. Okay, yeah. So I kind of enjoyed my tour. The only bad part was the points that included only as mentioned only as the photo points, that are not uh, included here. Also, the rope bridge, which is famous here in Belfast. Okay, so just to mention, this is the dark edges, which actually don't very much look like the photos that you find in Google, because the shoot that has happened for GOT was like 7-8 years back, and now many of the trees have been cut off or they have fell off by because of their age and like that. So it's not particularly look like what it used to be. But yes, if you're a GOT fan, it's a must for you to visit here at this place. It looks good to be there. Good, it feels good to be there. Also, the rope
Also,
bridge of Belfast that is famous,
the rope bridge
that
that I
was
was
not
talking
included in
about.
this tour. As per the guide, it is not included as any part as a part of any of the tour. Now you have to book private tickets for that, because the condition of the bridge is rope bridge is not that in good condition, so not many of the people are allowed there. So just check on the Google if they are allowing any of the taking any of the they are giving you any of the tickets or not before taking it apart as a part of your trip. So that's it from my side. Okay, bye.